Hey everyone, it's Miss O'Donnell. So today we're going to do the second part of sector area. Just like when we did arc length, yesterday we learned how to find sector area. Today we're going to learn how to solve for the radius and the central angle. So first let's just remember what sector area is. Remember, it's the area of the shaded green part. So we only want a section of the area. So we use the formula central angle divided by 360 times pi r squared, where pi r squared is the area of a circle and the central angle is just the section that we want. So we want 100 degrees worth of the whole circle. So to solve for this, we would plug in our central angle, plug in our radius. So our central angle is 100, our radius is 5. Plug all this into your calculator, 100 divided by 360 times pi times 5 squared. You should have gotten 21.82 centimeters squared. So now we're going to start working backwards. So first we're going to do solving for the radius. So just like before, we're going to start with our formula. So our formula for sector area was central angle divided by 360 times pi times r squared. And we're going to plug in what we know. So we know the area is 49.48. We know the central angle is 70 degrees, and we know the radius is x. So then we're going to combine like terms. Over here on the right, we want to combine everything but our x. So we're going to do in our calculator 70 divided by 360 times pi. We get 0.611. So we have 49.48 equals 0.611 times x squared. We're trying to get x by itself, so we got to get rid of the 0.611. Right now that's being multiplied, so to get rid of it, we divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.611. So 49.48 divided by 0.611 is 81. I rounded that, equals x squared. So our answer is not 81. We still have that squared. And hopefully you remember the opposite of squaring is square rooting. So we're going to square root both sides. If you don't know how to do that on your calculator, just shoot me an email. I can send you a little demonstration. The square root of 81 is going to be 9. So our radius of this circle is 9 feet. So here's a practice problem. I want you to do exactly what we just did. If the area of the purple section is 41.89, I want you to solve for the radius. So you should have written down your formula. So we have area equals central angle divided by 360 times pi r squared. And we fill in what we know. We know the area is 41.89. We know the central angle is 300, and we know the radius is x. So next you should have combined your like terms. 300 divided by 360 times pi is 2.618. To get rid of that 2.618, we're going to divide both sides. So we're dividing 41.89 divided by 2.618. We get 16 equals x squared. And to get rid of our square, we square root both sides. The square root of 16 is 4. So our radius is 4 centimeters. This is similar to arc length. The only difference is that you have to remember to square root at the end. Our last step. So that was solving for the radius. Now we're going to solve for the central angle. And the central angle is going to be almost exactly like arc length. So first, I know my area is 5.585 yards squared. So I'm going to write down my formula, plug in what I know. Area equals central angle divided by 360 times pi r squared. I know the area is 5.85. 5.585. I know the central angle is x, and I know my radius is 2. So this time we're going to combine everything outside the parentheses. So I'm going to do pi times 2 squared. I'm going to get 12.566. I want to get rid of that 12.566. Right now I'm multiplying. To get rid of multiplying, we divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 12.566. So when I do 5.585 divided by 12.566, I get 0.444. Remember to keep as many decimals as you can, because if you round too early, your answer is going to be a little bit off. So now I got 0.444 equals x divided by 360. I want to get x by itself, so I got to get rid of the divide by 360. The opposite of dividing is multiplying, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 360. So 0.444 times 360 is 160, and that is my central angle. So my central angle is 160 degrees. All right, so let's do some practice. So do just what we just did. Pause the video, try to find the central angle of this circle. So step 1 is always to write down the formula and plug in what we know. Our formula is central angle divided by 360 times pi r squared. I know my area is 125.66. I know my central angle is x, and I know my radius is 8. So now I'm going to combine everything outside the parentheses. So I'm going to do pi times 8 squared and get 201.062. I want to get rid of that 200.062. Right now I'm multiplying. To get rid of it, I'm going to divide both sides. So 125.66 divided by 201.062, I get 0.625 equals x over 360. To get rid of divide by 360, I'm going to multiply both sides by 360. So 0.625 times 360 is 225 degrees. So my central angle is 225 degrees. All right, so this is a quick check-in. I want to see who's actually watching these videos because I know some of you are doing really well, and if you're watching it, you've probably been doing pretty well on your exit tickets. So on the exit ticket today, there's going to be a question that says, did you watch the video today? And the answer is going to be strawberries. All right, so don't tell your friends. Make sure they're watching this too. All right, so that's going to be your answer for the last question on your exit ticket. And then our last practice problem. So go ahead and pause the video. Try to solve for the central angle of this circle. All right, so you should have written down your formula, plugged in what you know. So you should have gotten 2.9854 equals x divided by 360 times pi times 3 squared. Combine pi times 3 squared, you get 28.274. Divide both sides by 28.274. Then multiply both sides by 360. Our angle is 38 degrees. So if you have any questions about that, first maybe go back and try to rewatch the video. I know I went through these pretty fast, but they're all going to work the same way. So when you're solving for the radius or the central angle, you're combining your like terms, getting rid of everything except for x. Remember to keep as many decimals as you can. If you round too early, your answer might be a little bit off. I will check in the exit tickets, but if your answer is too far off, I can't tell if you did it right or if you were just guessing. So make sure you're being as precise as possible. If you have any questions, you can email me or join me for office hours today. Go ahead and start your exit ticket. Hope you guys have a really great day. I miss you.